Welcome students. So our today's topic is cell in cell organelles. So we have already started this chapter and this is a part 2 video of this chapter. So in today's video we will learn up some more about cell organelles. So let's revise some points which we have discussed in our earlier video. So we have discussed the cell. We have seen what is a cell. So what is a cell? It is a basic, fundamental and structural unit of all living organism. That means plants, animals all have cells and components of cells. So there we have discussed two components of cell, that is cell wall and second is plasma membrane, or it is also known as a cell membrane. So cell wall is the outer covering of the cell and it is made up of three layers, that is middle lamella, primary cell wall and secondary cell wall. So after secondary cell wall layer we have a plasma membrane, and in plasma membrane the protein molecules are there. So we have already discussed these 2 points. Now let's begin with the next components of the cell. So student, here we have to perform one activity. And so have you seen the fully turgid rectangular cells of onion peeling? So student, here you can see one picture in which a onion is there. So we have to peel that onion, the outer that layer of onion, and after peeling the layer of onion we have to take inside transparent layer of that peel, and we have to observe, we have to prepare a slide of that onion cells, and after we have to observe this slide under the microscope. So what you will observe? So here from that onion peel layer we can observe this type of cells in that peel. Okay, so here you can see onion cells. These are the rectangular brick like onion cells. You can see a proper cell wall, nucleus, dark dotted nucleus is there, and granular cytoplasm you will observe in this picture, and a vacuole. Vacuole is an empty space which you can see in the inside the cell. So this is a structure of a onion peel cell, which is a turgid means swollen and rectangular like a brick like shapes. Okay, so this is the onion peel cells. Now our next cell component is a cytoplasm. So here student, one picture is given, the picture is shown to you on the slide. So this is a cytoplasm. You can see a red colored nucleus, and the outside the nucleus cytoplasm is there, and yellow colored you will observe a yellow colored plasma membrane. So cytoplasm is a fluid between plasma membrane and nucleus. You can observe in the picture also, and it is a moving sticky substance. It is a gel like fluid which is moving. Now why it is moved? So that in the cell, inside the cell, the cytoplasm is moved so that nutrients and proteins are carried to their appropriate place. That's why it is moving and gel like substance. And many cell organelles are suspended in the cytoplasm. That means other cell organelles are present in the cytoplasm. And cytoplasm is the medium for cellular chemical reaction. That means it provide a medium as it contains a different cell organelles. So various chemical reaction like cellular respiration, cell expansion, growth of the cell can takes place. That means through these chemical reaction. A medium for cellular chemical reaction. So the part of the cytoplasm other than in animal cell, more the cytoplasm is more granular and dense. That means it is thick in animal cells or closely compacted, and while in plant cell it is thin and mostly pushed to the periphery due to a larger central vacuole. So in plant cell, vacuole, or we can say empty place is more. That's why this cytoplasm is pushed towards the periphery. That means towards the outer surface. Now next is a cytosol. So the part of cytoplasm other than organelles is the cytosol. So student, here one picture is shown on the slide in which here one cell is given to us. You can observe a cytoplasm and a cytosol, okay, differently. Okay, so what is the cytosol? Cytosol is a fluid present in the cell membrane, and cytoplasm is a cell component present inside the cell membrane. So cytosol is a part of cytoplasm only, and it is a water based solution or fluid part in which organelles like organelles and proteins and many other cell structures can float. So what is the cytosol? It is a part of the cytoplasm other than cell organelles. So in the cytosol, the cell organelles, proteins and other nutrients are floats. Next we have a cell organelles. So student, here you can see a cell in which you can see a centriole, mitochondria, lysosome, nucleus and endoplasmic reticulum, cytosol. So what are these? Golgi apparatus. So what are these? These all are cell organelles. So a cell organelles is a specialized subunit usually within a cell that has a specific function. So they are, or these structure are parts of the cell as organs are to the body. That means these are the organs of the cells. And each organelle has its own lipoprotein membrane. That means it has lipid also, and lipid means fats, and protein also. That means it is a combination of both lipid and protein. Membrane is there with each cell organelles, and except nucleus and chloroplast, all other organelles can be seen only with the electron microscope. So to observe the cell organelles, compound microscope will not work. It is only required electron microscope. So nucleus, we have to perform here one activity. So what we have to do is, we have to take a drop of water on a clean glass slide, and using an ice cream spoon gently scrap the inner surface of your cheek, and with a needle transfer a little material from a spoon to the water drop on the slide and spread it evenly. Then we have to put a drop of a methylene blue stain on the smear and put a cover slip and observe this slide under a microscope. Did you observe the cells with blue nucleus? So after observing the slide in the microscope, you will see this cheek cells, okay, which we have scrapped it from our cheek. So here you can see a dark blue colored nucleus and mitochondrial cytoplasm, which is a fluid part, and a cell membrane. So this is the structure of a cheek cell, and this dark blue colored is nucleus. That means in the cheek cell we have observed a nucleus in this cell. So the dark round spot seen under the microscope while observing the onion peeling stain with iodine is the nucleus of the cell. So student, here this is a structure of the nucleus. In the middle, blue color, purple colored nucleus is there, and nucleolus is also there. Nuclear pores, chromatin, nuclear envelope. Now let's study about the nucleus. So nucleus is covered by a double membrane with a small pores, and these pores allows the passage of material in and out of the nucleus. Nucleus has one round nucleus, this you can see in the picture also, and a network of chromatin fiber. So what is a nucleus? Nucleolus, it is a small dense structure which is present inside the nucleus. Okay, so nucleolus present where? Inside the nucleus, and this nucleolus contains RNA, that means ribonucleic acid, to build a protein. So this RNA this RNA is present inside the nucleolus, which helps in building the proteins. And a chromatin fibers. So chromatin fibers and thin thread-like structure which condense to form short thick chromosome at the time of the cell division. So what are the chromatin fibers? These composed of, so nucleolus composed of RNA, and these chromatin fibers composed of DNA and protein, that means deoxyribonucleic acid, and these are condensed to form what? Chromosomes. Here you can see a picture in which the chromatin fibers are condensed to form a chromosome. You can see a structure of a chromosome inside the cell, the blue colored one. So these are the chromosomes. So functional segments on chromosomes are called genes. So here within the cell, the chromatin fibers will condense into a chromosome, and the functional segment of the chromosome are nothing but a gene. You can see a chromosome, a DNA. Chromosome is made up of DNA and proteins. So sequence of DNA which is responsible for heredity, that means the characters are passes from generation to generation with the help of this gene. So what is the gene? Again I am repeating it. This is a functional segment on chromosomes are called the gene, and these are nothing but a DNA. Now we will see functions of nucleus. This is nucleus is a control center of the cell. That means all the activity which has taken place in the cells, these are the controlled by nucleus. And next is, it is responsible for coordinating many of the important cellular activities such as protein synthesis, that means formation of a protein, cell division, growth, and a host of other important functions, and stores heredity material in the form of deoxyribonucleic acid strand. That means just now we have seen the structure of a gene. That means these are the deoxyribonucleic acid, and which are responsible for heredity. Okay, now let's see details of endoplasmic reticulum. So this is a clear picture of endoplasmic reticulum. You can observe here rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum has a net-like structure consisting of interconnected miniature tubes and sheets filled with the fluid. And this endoplasmic reticulum is connected to nucleus from inner side to plasma membrane from outer side. That means this is present near the nucleus. And rough endoplasmic reticulum has ribosomes granules on its outer surface. So what is a ribosome? This is a sphere shaped structure, and this ribosome composed of what? RNA, that means ribonucleic acid and protein. Let's see the function of endoplasmic reticulum. So first function is, it is a framework that supports the cell. Second, conduction of protein, that means the ribosomes which are present on the rough endoplasmic reticulum, these are helps to produce the protein for the cell, and which was ordered by the nucleus of the cells. And toxins that have entered the body through food, air, and water, these are made water soluble by endoplasmic reticulum and then flushed out of the body. That means toxins are first made water soluble by this endoplasmic reticulum, and then these toxins are flushed out from the body. Okay, so these all are the functions of endoplasmic reticulum. So student, I hope you all have understood this topic well. In next part of this cell organelles, we will continue in our next video.